The Hidden Gifts of Helping: How the Power of Giving, Compassion, and Hope Can Get Us Through Hard Times. Written by Stephen G. Post. Narrated by Danny Campbell. Introduction. On the Move. Life can be what we envision it to be, but it is not always what we expect. In 2008, my old job more or less disappeared out from under me. After 20 years at Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine, my family, myself, my wife Mitsuko, and our 13-year-old son Andrew, suddenly found ourselves leaving our beloved home in Cleveland, Ohio, to move to northern Long Island, where I had been offered a challenging new job. I would be leading a newly formed team of researchers at New York's Stony Brook University School of Medicine, studying and teaching about the impact of compassionate care and giving on the well-being and health of those who receive and those who bestow. What a wonderful opportunity! But the unexpected enormity of the move, physically, emotionally, even spiritually, was more than we had anticipated. We were out of place and uprooted. Constancy of place is so important in life if we are to form lasting relationships and deep communities, and if we are to avoid abandoning one another in the name of supposedly greater goods. Now we were struggling with placelessness, and part of being out of place is being out of relationship. This was a serious matter after 2 decades in a city with all the routines of life that familiarity and constancy of place make possible. Fortunately, we had those 20 good years in Ohio under our wings as we struggled to find ourselves in an unfamiliar place, determined to recreate the good life of community and friendships we all keenly missed. The key turned out to be something we knew quite well, but learned to remember daily in our upheaval: the healing power of helping others. If I am correct, we Americans tend to celebrate our independence from place and community, trying to fool ourselves with the myth that we are more detached than we really are. This myth falls apart in a time of crisis, when we really need a community to fall back on. There is much more suffering in our uprootedness than the myth of independence allows us to be honest about. This is a book that looks honestly at our family experience of being on the move, and shows that for happiness and health, rebuilding community through purposeful self-giving and service is absolutely essential. Prescription: Help others. This little prescription has the side effect of benefiting the helper, so long as one does not become overwhelmed. Research in the field of health psychology and all the great spiritual traditions tells us that one of the best ways to get rid of anger or grief is to actively contribute to the lives of those around us. Science supports this assertion. Giving help to others measurably reduces the giver's stress, improves health and well-being in surprising and powerful ways, renews our optimism about what is possible, helps us connect to family, friends, place, and lots of amazing people, allows the deep, profound joy of our humanity to flow through us and out into the world, and improves our sense of self-worth. These are valuable gifts anytime, and particularly when we have lost a valued place and community in hard times. If there is one great secret to a resilient life of growth, well-being, and good health, it is never giving up on giving. Eventually, of course, everyone stumbles on hard times. After all, no one gets out of life alive. Today, even those who had considered themselves protected from hardship are being tested and having their lives challenged by volatile economic markets, job insecurity, forced moves, and the sudden isolation of placelessness. When we are tested, a deeper kind of learning goes on. This learning is experiential, not intellectual. I like to say that hard lessons are learned hard. In fact, there is no other way to learn life's
Sample complete. Ready to continue?